Hey wrestling fans, it's Ian. As part of this channel revamp, I didn't tell you it's channel revamp, I'm going to be covering more wrestling. And as I'm going to Forbidden Door 2025, I figured I'd start with that. So let's go through the card. Okay, it's not going to be the first match on card because that'll be absolutely insane, but it's definitely a couple of pints and oh my god, look at blood, Moxley's been skewered sort of match. Now, okay, this match, is a match. It's going to be an incredible match, but here's a few issues I have with it. Firstly, I've seen these equivalent matches in New Japan Pro Wrestling, and they are goddamn bloodbaths, and everyone gets incredibly hurt in ways that you can't possibly imagine. So, it's brilliant that they put Kenny, Kota, Tanahashi, and Will Ospreay in this match, because they are all absolutely screwed and they are in incredibly bad shape. And they also have Darby match, who's insane. Now, I think this match will be great, but the New Japan ones, the first one with the Bullet Club versus United Empire, was one of the greatest matches I've ever seen, but was basically it was a career ender for Alex Coughlin. And these guys are all insane, so I don't know. I think it'll be great. I'm really looking forward to it, but I also think from a storyline standpoint, I don't understand, because, I think this is one of the reasons AEW and it's come to be a problem. They say their stories, but they also embrace continuity for promotions, but I just can't understand why Gabe Kidd would ally with Death Riders. It doesn't make any sense. It still doesn't make any goddamn sense. Months later, other than he's over in New Japan, let's bring him into AEW and we'll ignore everything that's happening in New Japan. But I suppose they go with, he hates Kenny, and it's okay, but I don't, that character doesn't fit with AEW. It's like he hates AEW, and they're going the Death Riders, Young Bucks, they want to destroy AEW, but that's not the point of what they're trying to do. They're trying to make AEW better, but Gabe Kidd doesn't like AEW. But I think from sheer standpoint of insanity, this match will be incredible, so it's my most anticipated match of the night, but detached from storylines. Okay, here's two other matches. So firstly, I want to say I really like Hurtsinker. I think they're a really great team. I'm going to guess that they're probably going to be up against FTR because of the way the stuff in AEW is being in general. But I don't want FTR to win tag titles. I don't like FTR. I did when they were with Tully Blanchard because I think that sort of worked, and I don't think Dash or Cash or Dax or whatever their names are now are particularly good promos at all, or characters. And their whole vibe should be Southern tag team heel with a good manager, and without a good manager. And I'm not knocking Stokely. I think Stokely's hilarious, but I think it's a bit too much comedy for two guys who aren't particularly funny. And also, I don't particularly like Cash or Dax in general. They don't really come across as particularly decent chaps based on their histories. So I really want Hurtsinker to win this, but they won't because of the way AEW's doing it too. And also, I don't believe FTR could beat Hurtsinker. Now, Brody, though, maybe? I really like Brody King, although Brody King annoys me because they won't let him be the monster he is. It's like the obsession with work rate matches, and I don't think that character would be in those sort of matches. But they have basically done the whole House of Black thing because Malachi Black left AEW, but he's injured. Rob Matthews, both his name is injured. So Brody King basically is now a tall, really nice guy, which is cool. I'm sure he is in real life. I don't know how it works in the wrestling ring, but whatever. So, yeah, I hope Hurtsinker could win, but I don't think they're going to. Then you've got Okada versus Strickland. I have been incredibly disappointed with Okada in AEW, and I'm not knocking him because I think this is the AEW equivalent of what Nakamura did in WWE, where Okada is banned up from all his incredible run in Njpw like Nakamura was, and he's capable of having great matches when he wants, but he's not particularly bothered, or he'll do it at biggest stages, which I suppose is kind of what he did in NJPW. It's just the highs were higher there. But I really thought his match with Kenny Omega was incredibly disappointing, and I think part of the reason for that was I would have respected it more if they had a straight wrestling match and it wasn't as good. But all that Don Callis stuff, and don't get started on Don Callis, I really don't like that man. All that stuff Mark matched me because Don Callis is the worst, and so is Rocky Romero, but that's a different story. And so I think really, I really like Swerve, but I don't Well, a couple of things. Firstly, Okada just beat Kenny. So for Swerve beat Okada, you could do that, but I feel like you're pushing forward to Okada versus whoever the champ is at some point. I feel like that's the direction they're going, although you could do it with Swerve. But I also think they missed out on treat. I loved the tag match from All In. The Swerve and Ospreay versus Bucks. I thought that's amazing, but I thought they did the wrong choice. They should have had the other opportunity one. So yeah, I think in this Swerve can't transfer away title for a year. I think I would have made for a better step, but what can you do? I think Cardo's going to win this. Crap, these cards going to grip me. So Tony Storm versus Fiend, I think this will be the best match of the weekend. The Fiend is an incredible wrestler. Tony Storm's great. Shame it took AEW so long to realise that Fiend was great, because she's been stuck in RH, which was really good for a while, but then they don't really have anything on stream service worth paying for except for one TV show a week and compete via 3 months. That's not really worth money. Tony Storm continues to be best cat in wrestling and have some really good matches too. But I wonder if maybe this is time that they're going to cash in on Athena and have her double AEW RH champ. Although they're by previous AEW policies, that means she's going to drop title straight away. The RH title without losing it, like Samoa Joe did, like Carl Fletcher did, which was really, really, really annoying. But I think it's a pure wrestling match. It will be fantastic. The only flag is Mercedes Moné versus Alex Windsor versus Persephone versus someone else. I don't like Mercedes Moné as a wrestler. I don't think she's anywhere near as good as people say she is. I think she's clumsy. I think she's botchy. And immediately as soon as you say that, people go like, oh yeah, well you're just sexist, or you don't like her, or you have some sort of unprofessional view on her. So like, no. I resent the fact that people think she's the next incarnation of Baby Guerrero, because she's not. She's decent. But I think they definitely made right call of her losing Tony Storm. The All In. Yeah, I think they definitely made right call for that. Alex Windsor, I think she's really funny. I think she's a good wrestler. But let's face it, no one's going to beat Mercedes in this match. She's going to keep that title for ages and ages and ages. Long past the point where she should, but that's just my opinion. But I still think it'll be a good match. I don't know. I think the problem is that people think Mercedes is like upper echelon, and for me that you can't be at that level unless you can pull people up to it. And she had a stinker of Britt Baker, and she had that very mediocre match with Hikaru Shida. And being honest, the other mediocre match with Hikaru Shida, that's not a testament to you being a particularly good worker, but I guess I'm just in the lower echelon people who think that. So. Okay, now we get matches which are a bit more actually forbidden door. Carl Fletcher versus Hiromu Takahashi, which would be absolutely goddamn incredible. You can raise the point of a TNT title match happening on PPV, but at this point that ship's obviously sailed. But as a pure wrestling match, it'll be fantastic. I'm sure they've wrestled tag before, and maybe in singles, but this version of Carl Fletcher is definitely not wrestled single match or a tag match versus Hiromu Takahashi, and they're both excellent wrestlers. And I kind of hope this will give NJPW a bit more push to push Takahashi up the card, because I thought they were going for that with his sort of tag run with Naito last year, but didn't really amount to much. But I think hopefully, and then you've got Zack Sabre Jr. versus Nigel McGuinness, which is like my dream match of the weekend, because I was watching Nigel in RH like back in the early 2000s, and he was goddamn incredible. And Zack Sabre Jr. is our boy in Britain. So, like, it's for the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship, and I know you raise a point for stuff like, oh, but Nigel, what's he done recently? And so, like, who cares? This is a goddamn dream match, and their pop in the arena in Yoto is going to be fucking insane. So, put this into my goddamn veins. Match of weekend, match of year, calling it now. It's going to be incredible. It's going to be goddamn incredible. Okay, so last two matches they've announced so far. I'm sure there'll be more in pre-show. Okay, Hangman Page vs Njpw, which I presume will be main event and very storyline driven. I know this will be a great match, and it'll get great reaction, and it'll be very over, and it'll be really, really, really good. But this is not a Forbidden Door main event. I'm sorry, it's just not. And it's just like, it just irritates me so much. And I know AEW is trying to move more stories, and I get that, but there's this Forbidden Door. This is meant to be matches you wouldn't otherwise see. You tell me you couldn't have, like, Hangman Page versus, I don't know, Dave Finlay, or someone, Yumura from New Japan. Shota Umino, someone. Takagi, someone. Like, I just... And then you have MJF cashing afterwards. Brilliant, awesome, that'd be amazing, that'd be a great moment. This just... Look, it'll be great, but it ain't fit for the card, guys. At all, I'm sorry. And also, it ain't even going to feel like main event. The main event should be Zack versus Nigel. It's not going to be, but it should be. Or, if you want to be really crazy, and I know it's kind of contradictory based on what I just said, the main event should be Matt's below. Although Edge Christian really should be facing the New Japan team. I'm sorry, they should. Not just because, like, Forbidden Door, but also because when they ever going to get a chance to do that over again, and there's some really, really, really good teams over in Japan, so why don't you do that? Whatever. I mean, like, Malone and Connor would be a great match. So, I don't know. I know they're sort of saying they're hamstrung by G1, that's no bullshit. But the pop when they come out, although you have to wonder, why are they going to come out interviews-wise? Because Copeland needs that to understand, I see clearly Melinga's pop, but at the same time, surely he's going to come out with a song that him and Christian came out with. Anyway, who knows? Anyway, I'm sure it'll be a really good card, but some of these matches, yikes.